here we go, boys and girls. Get ready to do this thing we call lunch. Woohoo! Quiet on the set.
You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. In no other better frickin' place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch, with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
This is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Proud of the Avatar 5 days a week, with the exception of the next couple of weeks. Tell you more about that in a minute. Fruck awesome. Just subscribe. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
It's a fucking awesome day.
I tell you, it's a fruck awesome Friday around here, as it is every Friday. And on that note, it's March 9th, 2018 here, Friday, March 9th. We're going to get some interesting stuff that Barrick's going to show today.
Hi,
Hi,
Dr. Nick.
Hey.
Hello.
Wow. I'm a little loud there. Okay.
Well, you may not have muted something today.
No, it should be muted. No?
Okay. I don't know. You're a little echoey today.
I don't know. Don't know about that. But, where was I going with that? Yes. Friday. Barrick's going to be showing you a whole bunch of interesting stuff today. They're going to be showing you the companions for the offline mode and what they look like. I've seen a couple of them in Sketchfab earlier. And then, of course, the biggest, big news tonight is we got Star Long on the Airy Fun Live tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time.
And that's at twitch.tv/airyfund.
That is correct. And
make sure and check that out.
I'm telling you,
what time is that taking place at?
8 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's Nude Britannia time for you Laz and Jack fans, so you know the time conversion. Yes. Nude Britannia time, that's right.
Yeah. But yeah, we've got, 18 days until launch?
Is it 18 days? I guess it is. It's tick-tocking away. Tick-tock, tick-tock. And
today was the final day that you were supposed to be updating your address for the physical rewards.
Well, if you don't update the address, then you just ain't getting your reward shipped, basically, until you update it. That's what it comes down to. So if you want to be, Lonesome Lucy out there with, no box. That's your call.
That's going to be me, man.
Yeah.
That's going to be me.
You don't even know where you're going to be having yours delivered to yet. Have you figured that out yet?
No.
No?
No, nope.
Hey,
no idea where I'm going to be living, so it's like, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You should get yourself a P.O. box and just have it all dropped there. Yeah, I know, that costs money.
Yep.
Okie dokie, but yes, a lot of new stuff coming out. There is a post in the forums, and of course, we'll tend to talk about that today too. I think just a little bit because I'm lost. I don't know about the rest of you folks out there. Yeah, the forum's going to take a little getting used to again, but lots of stuff out there. Just getting lost.
Yeah, I'm updating things right now, which is really fun.
Actually, I'm getting the retweets done here real quick because TweetDeck won't let me do that anymore. That's not the
TweetDeck won't let you update things.
Well, Twitter just is they're enforcing their terms of service. So tweeting the same thing on multiple accounts is against their terms of service. So even though they had a tool that would allow you to do that over 300 accounts, they finally decided to stop that.
Well, it's the fight against the bots and all the bot accounts. Yeah. So yes,
it's the fight against Laz.
Fight against all the Laz Twitter bots. Which there are only a few of them.
Thank you, buddy. You mean you're just now following us, Schneider? Really? I know. We've been
all
friends
good.
a long time. I know. Thank you, Schneider. Appreciate it, brother.
Don't forget that you can always join us in Discord if you have something to say. You can do other weird things.
That's right. And we are the only show on the air.
Yeah.
Invites you, the audience, to come hang out with us 5 days a week right here in-game, on the lot, in Discord. Well, you can join us like that other guy. He likes to join us after we get off the live show, and then he likes to argue with the recordings.
I'm a bit small.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, as long as you follow the only rule, which is DBAD, you're fine. I mean, most people that hang out with us in channel just sit there quietly. Yeah,
you actually got to do that.
You're not allowed to show that one.
I'm not. I'm just asking if you're actually going to do it.
Hell yeah, I am. Okay. Hell yeah, I did.
Oh, I didn't look too closely. Was that submitted?
That's been submitted, man.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. I'm still giving it a lot of thought, but
I am going to have a very extra special tombstone out there. You will have to go looking for it, as well as the Domesday Book entry. So yes. You'll have to look at it and you'll be like, I can't believe they did that. Yes, but yes, I did it.
I've got you turned down to like 50%, and you're still blowing it out over here. I don't know why.
It's one of those days, man. It's one of those days.
No, Mike's been doing something. I think this Discord's really been messing with us. I think we got to sit down and just do a level check. Well, we got some time off. Speaking of time off, we're going to be taking...
things are going to change before now and then.
Oh, so. I know that. They'll change. Yeah. They'll change this afternoon when we get off. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's like inside of Windows. It's like my volume set at 80% on my microphone, and then inside of are you sure you don't have me like at 200% inside of Discord or something?
No. I actually just brought you back because I had you down at like 25%, and I said, let me bring him up a little bit more just to see if it's
Yeah.
But Speaking of time off, yes, we're going to be taking some time off. We're going to be away for a little while because this guy's going to see that guy down in Austin. I'm actually not going to see him in particular, but I'm going to see him while I'm down there.
You'll see me every other day or something like that.
I'll see you pretty much every day down there. I'll see you at the party. I'll see you just about every day. Except you're not going to do the weekend at South by Southwest. You're going to the fair,
right? I don't know. I haven't seen the schedule for when we're working at South by Southwest, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I may be out at the fair. I may be.
I gotta give big props and big shout out to Pete the Noob, because Pete the Noob is gonna be taking me to meet some people, and we're gonna meet some sound people. We're gonna meet some vape people, and we're gonna meet a whole bunch of other people along the way, and we may be talking sponsors. So. Gotta give a shout out to Pete. Of course, may actually stream down at Twitch. Not Twitch. It's South by Southwest. I'm still debating whether I should take a time slot or not because they're available, or just I don't know how I would fill 2 hours down there.
You fill it by doing weird things. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
I really don't know.
That would be a broad audience to tell all about the Laz and Jack show, but I think I'll meet more people floating around the floor than anything else. I don't know. Don't know. We're gonna go find out. It's gonna be a good time. Of course, don't forget, if you're gonna be in the Austin area for the party and you're gonna be attending South by Southwest, I'll be down there with the rest of the Airy Fun crew. I'll be joining the good folks from Portalarium over at their box. And the guys from Merritt's. We'll all be floating around in and out. You'll see somebody working the booth at one point of the day or another. Of course, it's going to be a fun time because we're promoting the launch of the game, and it's going to be one hell of an experience. So if you're in the area, you're in the metro area, come by, see us. Stop by, say hello to the devs. Show them your support.
That's right.
So, Jack, what do we got for today's news? I know we got a lot of
What are we going to do?
I think we should just... do we want to really talk about the forums? The forums will be here when we get back.
Well, I will say that this is rather annoying. I'm trying to update my profile, my address, and it keeps on telling me to confirm my password.
Oh,
no,
your password.
Confirm. Yeah, so
that's a new one.
Please enter the same password in both password fields. It's like, come on, I shouldn't need to do this. So, yeah.
Oh, what we shouldn't, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm trying to confirm the suggested address, and it's like, yeah.
Just a button push. It's just a button push.
I cheated, and I retyped my password in both fields, and then clicked on the confirm address.
Now, I have to look real quick. I know Hannah was supposedly having an event earlier today, started about 11. And I didn't know if it was still going on, but I got to give shout out there because Hannah always does something to support the Airy Fun's causes campaigns, and she's at it again with the party out. I got the details here. It's on the calendar.
Huh. This is kind of interesting. I have a citizen account that is. I don't have the special rewards for it.
What special rewards? You get
special. I can't put my name in the Domesday book.
Oh, interesting. Did you buy it after the? No, that should have come.
No, this is the first account I ever I registered. But this is one of the ones where I did all kinds of like pledge switching on. So yeah.
Oh well, is that a Michael Dameron account?
Yep.
Hey, Mike, take this from this account, put that over there in that account, and then take this from that account and put that on that account.
Wait.
What?
I'm like looking at Discord now, and it's like, I don't know. All these sound issues, it's like, where are they popping up from?
I don't know. What are you
Discord updates?
Could be.
Yeah, well, there was a Discord update the other day, so, but yeah. No idea.
No idea, but
as long as we're not blowing people out.
No, for some reason, everything just seemed to mellow out after I complained about that. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Automatically smoothed itself out. I don't know. The radio seemed to sound a little better. Maybe I'm just dreaming.
And why can't I see my favorite meteor? Because it's behind a certain house.
It's daylight.
Hey, I see it. It's the house in front of us to the on the left side.
If you little touch of it,
you can see you can see the red stuff and the things. Yep.
Yeah, I was sitting on the lot again last night, and it was moving overhead, and again, it looked like it was just, I'm telling you, just come
trying
right
to move its way into your hotel.
Comes right over the top of the inn, man, as it's round and round and round. But I can tell you, I can't tell you, and that's the problem. So, You're all going to have to wait till tonight.
The funny part about that is like that always gets changed. So they might be lying to you.
Well, there's no guarantee that he's going to share that tonight. He may just have did that just to bust our balls because, but you never know, Star. Star likes to give away things. Star will beat you to the punch.
Yeah. And, He has the worst poker face I have ever seen related to a bunch of things. Have you noticed that he's got a really bad poker face? And it's like
that for a theater maybe.
It's like we've got this thing coming up, and I don't know what's going to end up happening. And it's like, it's like he gives it away. Do you remember that the UO anniversary thing where they were planning on killing Lord Blackthorn, and he's like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh, I mean, he gives away all the spoilers, man. I'm telling you.
It's like, come on, man.
So we were hedging bets last night as to whether we could actually get him to save that for the actual end of the show, or whether he was going to go ahead and pop it. So we don't know. So we're going to find out all together tonight. Again, we got Starlong on the Airy Fun Live tonight, and I'm excited for that. It's been a while since I've sat down and interviewed Star, except this time I'm going to have a hostess with me, the lovely Nurse Justin. Is going to be there.
With her real persona.
Miss Stacy. But moving right along. Questions, answers, forums, stand up. Chaos is back.
What I can't figure out what's going on with the forums, so I don't know where anything is, and so I don't know if I can actually read anything
all
anymore.
Your bookmarks are all screwed up. Yeah,
it's like I can't even click refresh on a page without like all my tabs are completely screwed. Although that's not actually true because that stuff didn't change.
Not much, no.
Yeah, it's like seriously. Yep. So before we start going into the stand-up, did we want to talk about a request from the community that's in the announcements?
A request from the community that's in the announcements. Enlighten me.
Yeah. Community ambassadors wanted.
Oh yeah, I actually saw that. I forgot all about that.
You forgot? I mean, it's because you get so much like spam in your email.
No, well, I'm doing a million other things. Like you just said, I just lost the stand-up, so I don't know where to. I don't know how I lost it. It's up here every single day.
And Fruck, when did you donate? And you should already have it, unless you just donated. But you should have it in your mail.
Negative.
Mail call.
Hold on. We'll talk about that in a bit. So dear avatars, to prepare for the growth of the community after the official launch, they're looking for passionate avatars, longtime citizens of Novia, to be volunteer ambassadors of Shroud of the Avatar. We need those who exemplify the value of the avatars in the way they interact with the community and help welcoming, onboarding, and supporting newcomers in their native language. We are excited to initiate this project that empowers our community to have even more impact and influence on its own expansion and evolution. So essentially what they're doing is they are looking for the moderators of the different community channels. You will have if you apply, you will have accepted, you will have a multifunction role being representatives and also caretakers of the subcommunities of a specific language. Their mission is to welcome and onboard the Outlanders who are new to the community in their native language and maintain the respective language form as a fun and friendly place. Which means over-moderate. In order to do so, the ambassadors will have some moderation permissions for the section of their respective language, over-moderate. If you are one of those avatars who can call New Britannia their home, uphold the community guidelines in an exemplary way, and are willing to actively help the community management team over moderate with this mission, keep reading to find out more about this role. What does a soda ambassador do? They be a representative and point contact for German, French, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, or other speaking languages that may or may not have forums. Keep the international sub-communities a fun and friendly place to be. Yeah. Be a guide and helping hand for newcomers and members in need. Help to deliver important announcements to the non-English speaking communities. Plan and launch forum events with the Kodo budget provided by the community management. I don't like that.
You don't?
Plan and launch forum events with the Kodo budget provided by community management. And connecting the international subcommunities with the soda community management. What will change if you become a soda ambassador? You'll be in regular contact with the soda community management, which is both Barrick and Cirrus. And then after that, you'll have moderation permissions for the respective language section of the official forum and Discord. Hey, because the Shroud of the Avatar community doesn't own their own Discord channel. It's owned by Ultima Codex.
Owned by the people. Yep.
Well, owned by the people. So the official Discord channel is actually not owned by Portalarium. It's owned by Ultima Codex, the fans. It's kind of like the Shroud of the Avatar Facebook group is owned by the fans as well. They will have moderation permissions for the respective language. You will receive the character title Community Ambassador, and ambassadors will receive a few kodos on a monthly basis as a token of gratitude. What are the requirements? You have been highly active and supportive member of the community for more than a year and are very familiar with the game, the forum, and Discord. You have an open mind and helpful attitude. You comply with the Hospitaller Code, or in the ideal case, already are an experienced Hospitaller. You are highly interested in the future of Soda and its community. You have never received any sanctions on your game or forum account. No more dropping F-bombs for you. You are already a strong contributor to the Shroud community. And, yeah. I'm fluent in Redneck.
Hey,
does
y'all.
That? Yeah.
Y'all want some tea?
Yeah, you want some tea?
You know, for the life of me, I really cannot find the damn stand-up corner in here. Where the hell is it?
I'll tell you after we're done with this. You speak a language other than English fluently. Blah, 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 blah. You do need to fill out the application form. And it is a good thing. I don't like the fact that none of the volunteer moderators that I'm aware of are receiving monthly kodos for what they're doing.
I don't think we actually have any more of those at this point. I thought they axed most of those guys a while back.
I have no idea, but it is one where the forums will always be a case where people will complain about over moderation, under moderation, because you know what, they're forums. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you're trying to regulate a bunch of weird stuff. And Lily
I found it.
You found the stand-up corner? Jeez. I don't have to tell you where it's at.
Jesus, that's just really ridiculous.
Yeah, it's forums, man.
I mean, that is rough, man. That's just way rough. That's just
okay. Discord so you can find it again.
Well, you could be like me and never leave the tab.
Well, usually that's the case. Usually I just have the...
Yeah, it's like, where would I go to find this?
Oh, by the way, like, did you notice that handsome guy who was
it's like, where would I go for the stand-up corner? See, I don't even know where I would go for the stand-up corner. It's definitely not. I mean, it should be somewhere under announcements. It's not under new player welcome. It's definitely shouldn't be under community events, which then it's like game forums. It's like,
well, see, under announcements, there's the Developer Digest and the Dev Plus Access. Well, you would have thought it might have been after it not being under announcements to begin with.
I mean, the next place to be would be Developer Depot to go look there.
Yeah, way down there.
Yeah, Developer but then you realize that it's not even a sticky. Where's the? It's like stand-up commentary, but where's the stand-up corner? Yeah, it's the second sticky. The second sticky.
It's a new mess. So take a couple days, folks. Find your favorite.
Yeah, be like me
and get back
open it up as a tab that you never turn on closing. And then whenever Laz looks at your desktop, he's like, "Why do you have 175 tabs open?" It's because I don't know when I want to go back to that thing.
Now there was a map update from Rock as well. Rock updated some scenes, so if you want to see what those scenes are, you can go dig and find out.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I was going to tell them what the scenes were.
Oh, and I love how List has brought me an Oracle throne. And I hope he leaves it on the set because he forgets it. Yeah. So he brought his own Oracle throne to sit on my lot.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so he is sitting on the Oracle throne.
But yes, these are the updated scenes.
It's his tailgating chair. It is his tailgating chair.
You know, I like that idea.
And right now, Lily is trying to put on my flip-flops, which is pretty awesome. So she keeps on stretching her paw through the... I don't even know what to call that. Now she's eating headphones. Stop that. Go back to messing with my flip-flops. Okay,
I say we
do have stand-up corner.
I say we forego to stand up and go right to questions, personally.
Right to question. Now you're going to make me go find the questions because I'm not going to use the Discord link because it's like, where would I go to find these things?
The Discord link.
No, I'm intentionally not doing that. So I did go into announcements and release 51 post missed questions. And I did find it relatively easily.
Yeah,
I got lucky.
One really easy.
Yeah, I got lucky. I got lucky because there's no telling where I would have gone. Let's see. In Fruck, you know what? I don't think we're getting sub emotes anytime soon. We need more subs.
No,
and I think they would all say NBNN. And I love this shit in Runic. So, are you ready for some questions?
Sure.
Yeah.
Because
Obsidian wants to know.
Good. Who wants to know what?
Yeah. What do you want to know? I'll provide you the answer. May or may not be right.
That's right. You take a risk of.
Yeah. I'll answer anything. It doesn't matter. I'm like the guy.
People, we only got so much show to do.
And
15 more minutes.
You better soak it up, Spiff, because you're gonna be without for almost 2 whole weeks. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go back to mining.
Okay, so we do have Obsidian and Tempest who wants to know any plans to add new pot deco and buildings to the add-on store. Star says eventually, but priority for now is to get stuff done. At least for now, is on items that can be placed on both player lots and POTs.
Indeed.
Duke Gregor wants to know about offline mode, and can we please claim our rewards on multiple different saved game files? What?
Yeah,
multiple character slots are coming in Release 52, and they will share bank accounts, and they can share property ownership, so you do not need to see the need they don't see the need to prioritize that.
Woohoo!
Now, does that answer make sense to the question?
Well,
the question is, can we please claim our rewards on multiple different save game files? And he's telling you multiple character slots are coming.
Well, I don't play offline mode.
Yeah, I don't.
So I can't actually tell you whether or not the save game state deals with what it's actually saving.
I swear, the offline mode should be nothing but a PlayStation game.
Yeah.
Right, but okay, I guess multiple characters will do that. But it's still. I guess I'll have to ask him that tonight. Maybe we'll get a.
No.
No, I know.
No. Yeah. Well,
I got a list of questions a mile long for him tonight, so don't worry about that.
Will the Flying Dragon, as seen in the original Kickstarter promo vid, make it into the game for episode 1 or ever? Please tell me it hasn't been forgotten. And that has evolved into the stepped encounter that you trigger through the stags. So it's unlikely that this will be coming back. No more dragons flying around the overworld map to where you can go run up and attack it, aka pull it into an instance. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
And that actually makes me remember that yesterday in Twitch was the comment from Valo about the fact that the overworld map is actually relatively small, because it only realistically takes you like 10-15 minutes to get from one side of the map all the way to the other side. And so it is one where it's like, and most of it really only requires you to go through one control point.
Well, if you could actually get out on the actual flat map and run corner to corner, it would take you 40 minutes at a regular run, because
that's all the water.
Yeah,
that's all the water. But
saying,
the water also slows you down.
Corner to corner to corner.
Yeah,
it would take you
corner
40
to corner
minutes.
40.
10
minutes. It's 40 minutes.
10
but
minutes.
The actual land mass, to go from corner to corner of the map doesn't take that long.
Takes about a minute.
It takes you a minute if you're teleporting to someone, but if you're running it only takes about 10 minutes if you know where you're going. So yeah. Ratatorment wants to know, any chance to see droppable items like bags feature for this year's dropped items for a limited time, like a few hours? Would give great possibilities to the game. That's still in their post-launch plans. So all kinds of that creates the rares, because Star actually has had all kinds of discussions on the postmortems, where he's actually talked about the rares and server up rares, daily rares, monthly rares, all kinds of different rares, and how they actually become important to the development. So, as well as collectors. Earl Atragrim Van Draken wants to know, when will the shipping of the item start, and where will you ship first? Shipping of physical items should happen shortly after launch, but they don't have an exact ETA because of the Chinese New Year. They plan to ship worldwide simultaneously, not in any particular order, and shipment times will vary, though, based on things like distance from manufacturer, customs, etc. If it's being shipped from the U.S. to some weird country, like say Australia, it might take a little bit longer just due to those weird Australian customs people.
Poor Valen.
I was going to say, for those people who got to pay VAT and all that other stuff, I know some people will probably pay more in that than they will then. It's ridiculous.
Well, they have to assign the value to the items inside in order for the taxing. So
true.
And that value is probably going to be minimal in case it gets lost.
You can't tax illegal goods.
That's right. Although the government's trying to find a way.
They are.
Yeah. Since the release 50 damage smoothing, stacking glyphs and attacks from behind are no longer quite as useful, since they seem to be smoothed normalized by this, perhaps there can be some adjustments, same for the escape skill. And Chris says, I think this is an illusion because people look for max hits versus average DPS. The max hits were reduced, but min hits were increased, so DPS should still be roughly the same. Shroud math. I've had a few people confirm that the DPS was unchanged, but he'll take a look at the global logs and examine a bigger data set to try and verify that belief.
He'll look at the numbers. Shroud math.
Shroud math.
Shroud math.
K-pop girl wants to know, Core pointed out that high crit rate becomes less effective the higher it is. Can we change that a little so that leather armor becomes more viable to use? Chris will be changing everything for release 52 because Core won't leave him alone. Excellent. I love you, Core. Because the leather armor of love is the only armor that people should wear.
The assless traps.
No, y'all should be in heavy plate.
I need to.
One of you.
No. I need to go do that portion of the love quest to get the assless chaps of love, so I can walk around in those without a shirt on, nothing else, just the assless chaps of love. Maybe some bracers.
Go hang out on the beach at Celestis.
I gotta walk around the dock.
Yeah, do all kinds of things. Yes, Polly Walnuts wants to know, are there still plans to upgrade the demon and add control demon in the chaos tree to help make it more worthwhile?
I mean, the one that was on the list for I don't know how many years until it just finally got taken off.
Wait, control demon is no longer on the chaos skill list?
Nope.
What? Control demon is gone. No more tier 4 control demon. Finally gone. Yeah. Chris is still making changes, doing weird things.
Yeah, where's my pick locks, man? It's been on there since the beginning of the game, and I haven't been able to pick a single lock.
Are you
they have to make it. Yeah.
No, you don't have to be PvP to pick locks.
Yeah, you think, huh?
Yeah. Then they still want to make that happen, but likely won't happen for launch, as our focus has been their AI engineer right now is bug fixing and improving existing behaviors. Yeah, you know what? You make it so that way the control demon has like a 90% chance of attacking the owner if you don't have any skill in there.
Okay.
Easy.
Yeah. I've never had a summon demon attack me ever.
Spiff.
Yes?
You should randomly attack anybody.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was pickpockets. My bad. Sorry. Pickpockets. I'm sorry.
Pickpockets and lockpicking are two different skills.
Yeah, no. And again, when I'm wrong, I let people know I'm wrong. It was pickpockets you have to be in PvP for, not pick locks.
Pickpockets you have to be in PvP, but pick locks, no.
Yeah.
I've had it turned on since I learned how to get it, and I haven't been able to get any kind of pick locks at all.
You know why that is?
Because they got this freaking system with these cheesy-looking keys.
There are no locks and no keys in the game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? Rhiannon said last year she noticed that the avatar's head would track the movement of the mouse. I never actually realized this. And an example would be if she used her mouse to point her camera up into the sky. The avatar's head would look up into the sky, and she noticed that isn't happening anymore, and are there plans to add that back in? And Chris said, first I've heard it's no longer working. I just confirmed this broke and needs to be fixed. And he's making a Jira for now to make sure that it's fixed for launch.
I never noticed that. Yeah.
I never realized that because I really don't ever pay attention to my character.
I do. Yeah. I noticed it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm always looking at my NPC's back, so I mean, I don't know what its face is doing. Either that or I'm sitting on the lot looking at us sitting down and not doing a lot.
Lily's decided to join me again.
I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, her paw caught a nut. had a little jump there. Yeah.
Moving right along.
Any plans to further complicate the user interface by adding a grid view for inventory? It would be a nice complement to list view. Nope, not gonna happen. Wouldn't be prudent.
Just got rid
for
of
the same reason they decided to eliminate
we're not sad.
Yeah. For the same reason they decided to eliminate bag view, it is unlikely that they would add a grid view. Maintaining two separate interfaces that talk to the same back end represents more than twice the amount of work, so they no longer believe that is a proper use of their resources.
I have to agree.
Derek Vissard wants to know, can we please use alphanumeric characters to name player vendors and containers?
Player names.
You need some leet speak?
Leet player names. Vendor names.
The dudes.
Just learn. I don't know. I haven't tried to sneak some ASCII in there and see if we can make some little stars or some skull and crossbones and see if that code works. Should try that one.
Yeah. It needs the full Unicode support just because so that way they can support everything. So I was told a long time ago that Lily hates being picked up and hates being held. So what do you think that answer actually is?
I don't know. She lets you do it often enough, but that's I have the same thing. I can usually pick up the cat that nobody else can pick up. So.
Yeah. So yeah. Considering I'm actually holding her up in my right arm right now. So she's not touching anything.
You want to tell you how to pick them up without them ever doing anything? You pick them by the scruff of the neck.
Oh yeah. I was just picking her up. Then please drive faster. Says that's actually just please drive fast, but I like please drive faster. Gas pedals on the right, and I need the plasma cannon mounted on my hood while I'm driving in traffic. Has decided to ask, quantifying your performance improvements, how much further away from your goal do you feel, and is that achievable before launch? Star says, we're very, 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 very close, and we have identified the last few blockers that they hope to have solved in release 52. They're getting closer to a good starting point, and they hope to have some more of the critical issues fixed for release 52. There will still be tons of room for improvement, though, starting with moving to Unity 2018.1, which adds a technology called IL2
the Holy
CPP.
Grail, as he calls it.
This effectively compiles C# code into CPP code and then builds it natively per platform. There will also still be plenty of room for improvements in high player count scenes. Let me repeat that. Let me repeat that one. There will also still be plenty of room for improvements in high player count scenes due to us not having LODs for most character content.
In other words,
we still have a lot of work to do there. Yeah. Still lots of work. Yeah,
always room for improvement.
Hey, all I got to say is this is going to be so much better than the Batman Arkham Asylum launch. And it took them, 18 months to fix most of the major, game-killing bugs there? Yeah. 18 months. You like that comparison?
I remember there being some kerfuffle about it, but, it's not a genre of game that I play, so I really didn't pay it much attention.
I was working on my masters, and I had I was taking breaks between papers and killing the entire game. So
aren't you still taking a break in between papers?
Yeah.
Did you ever get that final paper graded? By the way, I never did this.
I can't remember. Vector Gamer wants to know: can the now somewhat wimpy-sounding wolves be made to howl like a big bad wolf? See, what they really need to do is I'll bring Lily into the office and let her meow after she's done hiding for like hours on end, and they can replace all the cat sounds in games with Lily. And List and is really messing around with the Unicode and spelling out his name because he really wants you to know that he's List Rostov. Yeah. Then that's going to be considered. You have to get with Kat, the sound gal, to actually do sound effects. Kane Darkmore has one question that has a huge wall of checks.
The biggest answer that I've seen in a long time. Big.
Yeah.
So,
are there any plans or details on the physics system it being expanded upon? Star Wars. Well, the funny thing is, it's like if you talk about like game physics, most game physics all suck. Most. And that includes all the AAA games that have shit that are supposed to be physics-based that have shit physics. They can consider some improvements, but networking the physics system in a game like ours with so many interactive objects has a significant impact on performance, and it is very difficult, if not impossible. I wouldn't say it's impossible. It is just a huge time suck. To keep all those players and objects in sync when everyone is playing together worldwide on a single server. Huge time suck. And data suck and everything else. Chris, object physics on multiplayer online server-based game is very expensive unless it is just used for client-side fluff. The ragdoll physics are generally fine because it is really just a visual difference that doesn't matter if it matches up exactly. But even something as innocuous as a ragdoll can go horribly wrong on how it represents itself on different clients. For example, imagine a player dying near a ledge. On one client, it might appear that he fell off, and on the other, it might appear that he died and stayed up on the ledge. The real problem comes down to physics can be made to be deterministic in its behavior, but only if all sources agree on the exact same starting data. On client-server stuff, what the client knows is always an approximation to help compensate for lag, frame rate differences, dead reckoning, and other factors.
Dead reckoning.
Yeah.
Really? Dead reckoning? Yeah. So you're telling me my spells
that means
are working on... I reckon I'm going to cast my spell over there and hope I hit it.
Well, there's a reason you're dead. Whenever you're casting spells.
Okay, dead reckoning.
Yeah. While this isn't impossible and could be done server-side, that is a lot of work for a small amount of payoff generally. Icon does have that discussion in Twitch about... he's talking about objects in the game, like stuff falling or bouncing after an explosion, or if you stack some items and remove the bottom one, the top one falls, etc. Yes... The thing I don't get is it doesn't have to be a global register. But actually it would have to be tracked on the server side. And so that way, if you did it on one screen and then someone walks up to your lot, they would actually see that stuff. But if they were within range to actually visualize it, they would actually be able to see it. But then at what point in time does that actually become reset and it becomes way too confusing?
Yeah.
No, because I couldn't build my floating palaces like I do in The Sims.
Well, if you actually pay attention, Overwatch and the starting stuff and knocking things around, those physics are so friggin' horrible. Just bad.
Yeah, but I'm thinking of something like, I mean, and you've seen things like this in other games where, you drive in a car and you crash, and the physics makes the car roll downhill until it truly comes to a stop, instead of just letting you stop it and move on. I mean, I don't know. Anyway.
Hey, just because I can't do car flips in real life doesn't mean that I can't do them virtually.
Well, I'm thinking if you died as you were going down the cliff, then would your character then continue to roll down the cliff in its dead form, instead of just becoming a ghost, so
Maybe.
Yeah. I could see that, but that would be fun.
Maybe.
Maybe, baby. You know what time it is?
It's way past that time.
Normal time. That's right. It is way past normal time.
Shameless promotion time?
That's right. Shameless self-promotion time. That's right. Time to tell you about the NBNN Shroud Avatar app, available in all the Play stores. You can get it in the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store for all your electronic devices. Don't forget, you can read the NBNN Daily Britannian, tune into the in-game radios, come join us in Discord, shop the marketplaces, read the forums, check out Soda Map, and much, much more, including the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar, hosted right here on nbnn.info.
Yep. That community calendar is on nbnn.info. Just click on that calendar button at the top, and it'll take you to it. And you can soon see that Laz has aggregated a whole bunch of community calendars related to Shroud of the Avatar for your viewing pleasure. And if you have a Google public calendar related to Shroud, or if you want to add events to the Shroud community calendar, you need to email that guy, news@nbnn.info, with the link to it, so that way he can have it added.
Just like Hannah Appleglow did and got her event scheduled.
The Rock Beer Platts Museum grand opening party, which is still going on for the next 9 minutes. But that's also going to be taking place tomorrow. So don't forget.
Night. Again, yes.
Yeah, Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. Generally, you can listen to two idiots interpreting the news, so you don't have to on a little show called Lunch. But next week, Laz is taking off, so there won't be a show.
I'm not getting back till the week after that, so we're going at least 10 days before y'all gonna see us again, folks. So it's gonna be
a while.
Of course, if you come see us down South by Southwest, you won't be missing it.
Something's going to be going on, and now Lily is deciding to knock papers underneath my dresser. Sweet. Okay, so
she's sorting them for you.
Yeah, she's sorting them straight in under the dresser. At 7 p.m. this evening is Phoenix Republic PvE nights taking place with somewhere in some hunting zone. If Malhari or Kazan Phoenix Fire are online, you can always go to the non-PvP town of Vengeance and join in some Vengeance madness, because you know what non-PvP in a PvP town, or PvP in a non-PvP town is madness. Yeah. On Radio Free Britannia at 7 is the 70s at 7. At 8 o'clock on Avatar's Radio is DJ Aline doing the beat of Novia. Also at 10, she's going to be doing the same thing. Final event for Friday night is on Radio Free Britannia at 10 p.m., and that is the Record Room. Continuing on at 1 a.m. Saturday morning on Radio Free Britannia is the House of Omen with DJ Omen Crow, which is followed up by at 6 a.m. with Wake Up New Britannia with Optum and Justin. If for all of you early risers or you people that never sleep.
What's that, Spiff?
How did you get Justin to wake up that early?
Well, I tell you what, she's going to be a happy
Jogger wants to know why the Airy Fun show isn't on the calendar, and I would say blame that guy.
No, I don't do the Airy Fun calendar. That's not my not my domain.
Not your domain.
Not my domain. I just list them.
4 p.m. on Avatar's Radio is going to be Power Hour with Mick Foley at 4 p.m. In-game is the EVL Virtue League PvP tournament taking place in Virtue Isle, which is embedded inside of Virtue Oasis. At 6 p.m. is DJ Bear Club on Avatar's Radio doing Dancing with the Bear Club. At 7 p.m. is the EVL Newbie Dungeon Run, led by the Dungeon Master Denied, and that starts off. Message him in-game for more information. At 8 p.m. on Avatar's Radio, Sleepiest and Lord Baldrith are doing Echoes from the Caverns. At 8 p.m. Saturday evening out in Rockbeer Platz, the museum grand opening, which is also going to be the soda launch / ripple effect party. Go hang out, enjoy it. It's a huge party. Hannah Alpenglow puts on a fantastic in-game party and gives away all kinds of stuff. So do show up. And I have seen her give away deeds, vendors, rare pets, all kinds of stuff. So please head out there and participate. Then 8:30 is the Pack Slayer General Meeting. Then that starts off at 10 p.m. Out in the town of Novian Market is the Noma Promo Asia Edition, which is also repeated at 1 a.m. But between that, at 10 p.m. on Saturday night, is also on Avatars Radio. DJ Brazen Spirituality is going to be dancing with Brazen.
Dancing.
Yeah. And are you ready for Sunday?
Sunday.
At
the Fair Park Coliseum.
Starts off early and out in the town of Novian Market with the Noma promo on Promo Alley, Asia Edition, now with requests. Also at 1 a.m. on Radio Free Britannia is the House of Omen with DJ Omen Crow. At 5 a.m. on Avatars Radio, DJ Royal Sexy is going to be doing Dance. At 6 a.m. in Novian Market is the Noma Promo European Edition. At 9 a.m. on Avatars Radio, DJ Striker Sparhawk is going to be doing his eclectic flow of tunes on a show called Lost in the Spaces. At 10 a.m., Byron and Wambi are going to be hosting an in-game bookstore opening out in Soren Field.
Gotta love those.
Yeah, they've got a bunch of them. So if you do show up, you will be given free copies of the Little Book of Gratitude. At 10 a.m. also is the EVL Crafting Fair and Training, and that's going to be taking place in Virtue Oasis. If you need help, you can always whisper Wintermute of Koth or Lao Tzu. At noon is the Americas edition of the Noma promo taking place in Novian Market. Out in the town of Veritas Sanctuary is their bi-monthly public auction, which is a regular auction. You do have to raise your hand in order to bid.
Raise your hand.
At 12:30 is Astronomy Night out in New Britannian Market with Bo and Bloodgood. At 3 p.m. is out in the Bear Tavern pub crawl starting in Baron's Reach because all great adventures begin in a pub somewhere.
Yeah, the Bear Tavern. I got to tell you all about that in a minute. Go ahead and finish.
Yeah, they do all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah. And then at 7:30 p.m. out in the town of Snug Harbor is the Lottery of the Avatar Roll Day for round 2. That's taking place between 7 and 8:30. So
Savetti's
the 200,000 gold piece jackpot for round 2.
And ASO Wonder's back. The Novian lottery's back in action, I hear, as well. So we've got several lotteries going out there.
Great things coming back.
I know of at least 3 that are going on out there.
Yeah, lotteries are a tax on the stupid.
It's all good.
Until you win.
Yeah. Until you win, and then you're extremely happy because you know what? It's a little investment.
That's right. And those are events for the weekend.
Yep. And we do have to thank all of our sponsors because we are really short on time.
We are.
And don't forget, Shroud. 9 p.m. this evening. Or wait, what time this evening?
Come on, you got 3 minutes left. Hurry up.
8 p.m. 8 p.m.
I got as much time as I want. I own the radio station. I own the live stream. I
then you can listen to him complain.
That's right.
In a few minutes about how he has to edit the show to make it fit that 1 hour.
No, I don't do that anymore. You know that. But before we get out of here, SodaCon 2018 tickets are on sale. And, of course, ShroudMarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs. If you're looking for some goods, go ahead and check out ShroudMarketplace.com for all your virtual
And don't forget, if you want to start selling your goods, you can also do that at ShroudMarketplace.com. You just have to register for an account, and then click on that vendor registration, and you can start listing your stuff on Shroud Marketplace. Because you know what? Anything and everything that's game related, as long as it's a bannable, bannable offense,
Listen,
can be
you
bought
got
or sold.
You got an item sitting around, came on your pledge, you don't want it anymore, it's not doing you any good. Doesn't cost you nothing. You list it, you get rid of it, you get some cash in your pocket. It's that simple.
Yep.
Very, very simple. But ShroudMarketplace.com for all your virtual vendable needs. Don't forget, you're listening and watching to Lunch with Laz and Jack right here on NBNN, inside Shrouded Avatar. That's what I meant, yes. And we're going to be taking a little break. I'm going to be headed down to Austin to meet the boys and girls and hang out. We're going to be doing the launch party next week. We're going to be meeting some potential sponsors for the show, so stay tuned for that. Going to be working South by Southwest, promoting the Airy Fund and Shrouded Avatar, and of course NBNN News, telling everybody about what we do here in Shrouded Avatar. So if you're going to be down there, look forward to meeting you all next week. We'll be back the week after. I'm going to say Wednesday of the week after because, again, I don't get back until like late Monday, early Tuesday. So
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're going to be gone a week and a half, 10 days. We'll be back the week after next. And, of course, if I can, I'll get some live stream out to you from the party and from the floor of South by Southwest. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes out. That's why you need to subscribe for when we go live. You'll get a notification. But meanwhile, we love you guys. We appreciate you all. And we'll be bringing you the latest news and excitement right here inside Shrouded Avatar, right through launch, right past launch, and into the future on NBNN. But till then, we're out of here for now. I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great weekend, everybody. Have a great week. And we'll see you when we all get back from the launch party. Bye-bye.
Yeah, have a good trip.